I did it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to this morning's meditation. Let's go ahead and dial it in as we've been talking about a lot of new energy, a lot of chaos out there in the field, in the world. And today's focus is a deepening perspective on grounding, but also just staying immune to all of it, right? Letting our energetic immune function do its job. So we're going to tap into that energetic immunity field and dial that up in all of our systems because it's a good time when there's a lot of random things happening out there. We want to be sure we are centered, grounded, and perfectly synced up with what our energy needs to be, not catching any of the different thought viruses and doubt and fear and worry and melee and medlum and whatever all the crazy, crazy words are, because we're doing light. So with that, taking a nice deep breath in and a nice big exhale out. And one more nice deep breath in. And a nice big exhale out. And go ahead and send your consciousness up to the sun. And just imagining that window, that skylight, just a nice fresh breeze coming across your skin as you feel the sun's warmth shining down upon you. And as that warmth shines down, noticing it connecting with the top of your head, with your cheeks, with your heart, and just taking it all in for a moment as we breathe here. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of sight scanning. So noticing, observing sensations around you. This is a good way to attune your environment to the work we're doing as well, to make sure the environment is calm, clear, and protected. So just observe any, I believe I said sensations. So we'll stick with that in the body. We usually do that as at the end. Just observing any sensations in the body as you come into your breath. Any tension, go ahead and work it out. And if you need to, roll the neck, wiggle the toes, whatever needs to happen there. As you continue to breathe in and out. And as of your next breath, tuning into any colors that come up in your mind's eye, feeling and sensing any colors. And just allowing, as we tune into the colors, for them to float into emotions. Emotions are another spectrum of light. So just noticing, observing what colors are present. And then as you allow those to, what color you imagine, you may not actually see one, but just sense or feel. Does it feel like a cheery, sunny, golden, yellowy morning? Is it dark and midnight blue, somber, relaxing? Or does it have a lot of high vibing blue energy? Or just does it feel like a red integration, embodiment type of energy? And then what emotions are present? And as we do this, then also tuning into the images that float past your mind's eye. And I know I'm going kind of fast, so just as I'm prompting and cueing, just allowing yourself to drift. Don't feel like you have to go right where I'm describing. Just let yourself drift as we release the thoughts like clouds passing over the sun, observing and then letting them drift away as we come all the way in to our meditation today. Again, feeling that sun shining down. And as it shines down, imagining feeling the earth beneath your feet and beneath your sitting bones. We're going to activate our tail in a moment. So tuning into those sitting bones, maybe even undulating on the spine. As we lick the lips, relax the jaw, and imagine the sun beginning to pour in the top of the mind. And as it does, envisioning the sun as it pours in, becoming liquid gold, and the mind beginning to absorb everything like a sponge. And go ahead and imagine like squeezing that sponge out as well. Not only dropping it in, but also squeezing it out. Any anxiety, busyness, doubtful thoughts, misfiring, congestion in the mind because we've got too many repeating thoughts going. All of them like little flecks of mud and creating some murky water as we squeeze the sun. I'm sorry, the brain, the mind like a sponge. There's the word I wanted. Squeeze the sponge. Okay, and now looking up at the sun again and just like standing under a waterfall, really powerfully letting that energy cascade through your system. I want you to really envision the sensation of water pounding against the top of your head, against your neck, against your shoulders. We're going for a deep cleanse, deep clean today. And then as we come back into the mind, feeling the light beginning to trickle down, drip down as that sponge is overflowing through the neck. Through the neck, down the spine. Just let it work through the spine, noticing any debris, any congestion, kind of like a clogged pipe. It has some dirt impacted in it. Again, just allowing this water, this energy, even turning the volume up on it to that of the intensity of the waterfall again. Really let it flush that spine out all the way. A deep, 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 deep cleanse. And then if you feel called to it, go ahead as you can cross your arms and place the hands not on the rib cage like we do sometimes for triple warmer, but just below the ribs, just below the ribs. And let that golden light leak into the adrenals from the spine. It's as though that water is flushing down and pouring all the way out. So you have a reverse lung, right? With the main central spine and then all these little arteries going off the side, sending this golden light out into your organs, your systems, particularly honing in on those adrenals, letting them be flushed out on one side to the left side, letting it drain. So it's like a clogged bathtub. It's not wanting to drain. So just envisioning, again, that suction, that's going to fully flush out in a moment. And on the right side, just filling the bucket up, right? Filling the container up, that right side adrenal, letting it go from like a desert, barren wasteland to beautiful sunshine and golden rain pouring down, hydrating, soaking, absorbing deep, deep, deep into the earth. Oh, your bodies are loving you right now. This feels so good. Getting them the energy they need, the nourishment they need. As we prepare to do the immunity function today, pulling in the Sylvestra. And then just imagining washing a filter, like, like an air conditioning filter, not that you hose those, but any kind of filter that you wash off, imagining that cleaning as we work our way through the left kidney and the right kidney. So washing, hosing off 2 filters. Great maintenance today, everyone. This is a fun one. And then now coming back to the spine, and I would like for everyone, we've adjusted frequency enough that we can do an unplugging out of the tailbone, meaning there's a calibration within the tailbone, frequency wise. So just envision pulling the bathtub drain, but obviously instead of pulling up, we're pulling down and out and just allowing for that tailbone itself to extend into a tail, as though we've just, everything that is not needed is flushing out the spine, tailbone. As you breathe in and out, breathing in and out. Nice big inhale, nice big exhale. And then imagining the tail taking its own shape and form as it fills with golden light. A tail forming behind you. And as it does, as you're ready, feeling that tail drop into the earth, plugging into the earth. Inhale, exhale, and just letting your system down, letting tension in the back down. Beautiful. We are almost there. And we're going to follow the energy of that tailbone now, imagining it starting to spiral, that golden light, as though we've put it down a tube or a slide that we can ride down, a nice, beautiful golden slide spiraling down into the earth. I want to have each of you imagine yourselves corkscrewing down and into the earth. Corkscrewing down, 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 and in. And calling upon that crystal quartz as we feel the pressure in the body release. As we make our way to the crystal quartz at the center of the earth. Take your time coming down this spiral, spin as much as you need to, and you may even go from feet first, envisioning going down, to head first. And instead of plunging out of the slide into the crystal quartz in the cave at the center of the earth that it is in, I invite you to imagine just a portal of light, a portal of energy, a splash pool at the bottom of the slide that you get to land in. And plunging, whether feet first or head first, however you imagine it, you in this golden light popping in and through this luminescent field of energy. And as you do, take your time here. We're just doing a big frequency shift. So envisioning pure white light as you make that shift. Pure white light, and then it may begin to stream as though you're continuing down a slide now in a tube, in a tunnel of pure white light with flashes, ribbons of color. And if you aren't seeing it, don't worry. Just trust you're in the field with me. We are actually in what we call the field of the Sylvestra, or like our umbilical cord is the best way to think of it. Connecting us to the center, to the creation source, to its hub. So just letting yourself be drawn, your desire matching that creation force of light's desire. So you just envision yourself spinning and spinning and spinning now as the colors begin to fade away and all silver specks of light unfolds around you. And again, whether you're actually seeing or just sensing and feeling or just kind of here, observing, sitting patiently, all of it is good. All of it is achieving our goal. And so in a moment, we're going to land and we're going to have some kind of imaginatory fun with this field of Sylvestra. And you may imagine it as we come fully into the field of Sylvestra, having moved through this umbilical cord-like structure, spinning our way through it. If we were to observe it from the outside, it might look like a phone cord, right? Because we've actually been spinning with the cord. And we land at the other end. And you could picture it like a crystalline matrix, except instead of it being hard crystals, it's like flakes of snow, silvery, glittery energy everywhere. And so again, I want to have you play as though you're standing in the snow in a fresh snowfall, but it's not snow this time. It's the Sylvestra. It's this field of immunity, just pure, pure, pure light energy that has been stockpiled for you, for the immune function. And we get to remember that every virus, everything is at its inception a thought first. It's a program first before it comes into actual physical form. And so, too, does the immune field have an energetic home as you continue to breathe in and out? And so you're breathing in this fairy-like silvery dust. And now, as it becomes more refined, I invite you, you may want to feel like you're scooping it up and bringing it into your system. You may imagine picking it up and rubbing it into your light body. Or you could just imagine like a cloud of chalk. You just step into it and breathe it in, letting its way, make its way into your lungs, from your lungs into your bloodstream out to all of the cells of your body, bringing this reservoir that you have stockpiled here in your body, in your system, in this dimensional realm, bringing it back with you, this field of Sylvestra, as we slowly start to integrate it, to allow it to make its way through your body, your system, as you breathe it in. And also tuning in, it's going to come up and through the tail, but it also is going to come through the back of your hara chakra, which is just over the kidneys, just over the filters. So it's like we're doing a blast, be a blast of, it's not snow, but glittery energy coming in through the back of the spine, just below the heart and above the kidneys. And so we're painting that entire energy center there. This is the point where we drop from cosmos energy into earth energy. It's a conversion point. And we're just filling that up with light, with this immunity field as well. Again, all kinds of silver flecks everywhere as your body starts to absorb that silver, taking it in, letting it become stronger and stronger and stronger, collecting more and more. For we all have the construct of silver, and our cells can carry silver, just like they can other minerals and metals and all the good things. So feeling these flecks powder-like coming into actual form within your cells, and just feeling your immune function and its response centers being invigorated as we imagine your entire nervous system lighting up in this silvery light. As we imagine the spine being coated in this silvery light. As we feel ourselves acknowledging that umbilical cord of energy, pure source energy, connecting us, anchoring us. And as it moves through the nervous system, we feel like branches of a tree lighting up in their silvery form. As this energy begins to work its way, filling all the way up to the mind. Flushing, clearing all the filters, and then all of the processing of the mind. And by the time we are complete, and I see almost everyone there, I see this silver tree of energy having branched itself out into the lungs, up the spine, into the mind, branches, much like the nervous system, twining their way around, pure silver in their light. Taking a nice deep breath in here. Letting your beliefs settle in. For whatever energy you had been carrying, we've been carrying the tension, the external worlds, your internal worlds, your own family dynamics, friendship dynamics, work dynamics, health dynamics, you name it, everything. Letting down as we allow this immune, antibacterial type of properties to bring forth and flourish. As you slowly begin to make your way back into the room, back into the moment, back into your body. Let's go ahead and just tune into the sounds around you. Notice what colors pop out. Go ahead and do a moment of recall for any images you saw that you want to remember during our meditation. Feel any emotions that are releasing themselves, allowing for good, lighter, joyful emotions to flourish in, and just letting your thoughts drift and be calm as you slowly come into focus with your day, synchronizing this path forward. And may you bring the light and the love of your heart, your energy of the season to all those you touch today. May your day be blessed. May you be protected and guided by the angels. And with that, we are complete. Namaste.